Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, The Collector's Hub. Let's continue our story in the Thaumaturge. If you like this kind of game and would like us to continue with it, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, thank you.
Got a permit?
What permit? The river belongs to everyone, doesn't it?
And who do you think stocks it, huh? You think 5 kilograms of bream just fell into the river? Pay the 5 ruble fine while I'm still in a good mood.
Since you stock and care for the river, you deserve it. Here, 5 rubles.
Thank you. Go ahead then. And remember, you gotta hook a fish to cook a fish. See ya.
Hey, Chief, spare a ruble?
How about 2? You look good, so I bet you're well off.
A ruble? That's a lot of money. What are you going to do with it?
We'll invest. Give us a ruble and we can make a bet.
And then what?
We'll make a bet with those fellows there. The porters.
And if you go fight them and win in a square fight, then we'll have 2 rubles. And so the business goes.
So what do you say, good sir?
Let me summarize. You want me to fight porters so that you can win a bet and multiply the money that I gave you?
Yes.
So the whole idea for making money is based on me?
Why are you so surprised? We have to start somewhere.
So what do you say? Will you give us a ruble?
Fine. Do you take a bill of exchange?
You bet. Zedek, get your ass over here. This gent says he can paste you.
Such a pretty lad? Ain't he afraid to get his hands dirty?
Are you afraid to get beaten up by such pretty hands?
Come here, lads.
Let's wait. Let- Let... S-
haven't seen you here before, young man. You look exhausted. What brings you here?
I like religious buildings. There's something healing about them.
Why do you think that is?
The atmosphere, but also the special silence that pervades this place. That's why I like going to the Basilica of Sacré-Cœur. Actually, the houses of worship of all religions have something of a similar feature. The Buddhist Pylon Temple in Peking, or the Shah Mosque in Isfahan.
God made the world as diverse as he did to make us travel it and get to know it. I sense you have doubts, questions, so ask.
What is the Church's position on thaumaturgy?
That's a fairly difficult subject. There is hope for all, even for those who live in great sin.
So, in your opinion, Father, being a thaumaturge is a sin?
It's not up to me to say what's a sin and what isn't, but there's hope for everyone, young man.
You're an exorcist, aren't you? I've heard you regularly drive Satan out of people here.
Yes, it's true.
Does it often work?
If the flame of doubting Thomas flickers inside you, you can soon witness the miracle of exorcism with your own eyes. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you really believe that nonsense, Father? That demons dwell inside people? Is that calculation or habit?
I think we aren't so different from one another. I don't question the existence of your demons, Thaumaturge.
I had to ask.
Is there still something troubling you?
You get some peculiar guests here, Father.
There is room in God's house for everyone.
It's no secret that Tsarina Alexandra is particularly God-fearing. Do you know her well?
As well as a confessor can.
So, quite well.
If you're looking for gossip about Her Imperial Majesty, you've come to the wrong place. There are plenty of people at Rozhitsky Bazaar eager for such chit-chat. Unless I can help you with something else.
Do you know Grigory Rasputin, Father? He also visited this place not long ago.
Rasputin. I haven't seen him here, but yes, I know him. And I remember him well. It's impossible to forget someone like that.
How do you know one another?
From back in Petersburg, he was looking for protection, posing as a great preacher. But I was suspicious of him. He was nothing more than an ordinary charlatan. Just talking about that man sullies the palate with sin. Why do you ask about him?
No reason.
I feel as though this is not an accidental meeting.
I'll be off. I'm sure you have more urgent matters to attend to, Father.
I'll be here if you want to talk. And remember, darkness does not exist without light. If your demons are real, then so is God who cursed them.
people of Praga. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot do that.
You're not going to tell us what we can and cannot do, Russian minion. This is our home.
We won't have you bring Satan into our homes.
What's the reason for this commotion?
Have you been living under a rock? People's souls are at stake here.
You bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Praga district must and will get access to a modern sewage system.
Everybody here knows this is nothing more than a Jewish plot to control upright citizens. Freemasonry.
Everybody knows that.
Good people, progress is inevitable, whether you want it or not. Warsaw cannot stay the continent's backwater forever.
Your kind has always tried to delude us.
How about we check your foreskin?
We'll hold our ground, the chosen people.
Your methods might be unorthodox, but it's the effect that counts, right? Thank you.
It's nothing, really. Let's... Let... So...
Mr. Schultz, we need bold concepts. Unusual.
I won't bother.
Oh.
Still here, gentlemen?
Please don't look for trouble.
I've got the impression that I've caught you gents' attention. I'm curious why.
Don't you know where curiosity like that can get you?
It'll cause you nothing but trouble.
Okay, we all know how this ends, right? I predict that we'll end up beating each other black and blue, so...
What a talented fortune teller.
I think that's everything now. So, besides father, there were two more. A candy lover and a coffee lover. Konieczkin must have had one of them in mind. Quit whining. Mr. Sweet Tooth is definitely suffer. He died before father, so he's not the one who took the grimoire. That's what I call you now. The doctor. Because you help rabbis and people the hospital is off limits to. Rebels and revolutionaries. Luckily, I know someone who matches the description. Maybe we'll find out what she needed that ammunition for. Come on, we'll be careful. Time to get some donuts at Roblitz.
Tell me what brings you here.
I'm looking for a particular man. He's a doctor and a thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Diplomatic. I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
So you do know one another after all?
Who knows?
How about this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
Are you praying to an onion?
Hush. What should I pass on to this doctor? Not bad. Not bad at all. Done.
What can you make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
I'll be off now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Adulthood is like an onion. The more you try to separate it out into...
Mr. Shulsky, there's a young lady to see you. I'll serve tea in the drawing room.
I won't stay long. There's no need.
Thank you, Grażynka.
A nice house, a spot of tea, a housekeeper. When the revolution comes, everything here will go up in smoke.
Just say when. I'll place the first torch.
We'll see each other there, then.
Did he say anything?
You know what? He confirmed my belief that thaumaturges are freaks.
Thank you, Wanda.
And now forgive me. I'm going to find some kindling for our next tete-a-tete. Besides, I'm supposed to be meeting Michał.
Thank you again. You've done me a great favor.
I know. See you.
Will the young lady be visiting us more often?
It's not like that. Don't let your imagination run away with you, Grażynka.
Oh, right.
I'm glad you're here. There's something I wish to discuss with you.
You seem excited. Let's hear it then.
I'd like for the Flying University's next meeting to be held here.
What brought on this sudden interest in education in you?
Dickstein asked for my help with a certain matter. He suspects that there might be an Ochrana informer among you.
I told Dickstein this would happen. And when they arrested that boy, I was sure of it.
You agree then, I take it?
Of course. What do you want to do?
I need you to organize it so as not to arouse anyone's suspicion. I want to gather all the students in one place and discreetly examine them. The Mo won't even know I've exposed them.
Just say when.
I'll let you know when I'm ready.
There's no need to wait. Are you ready?
Let's handle this quickly. Do you think you'll be able to assemble everyone now?
Yes, and you will have a moment to prepare.
What do you mean?
I mean, you should look inside your wardrobe and pick more suitable attire.
If I come in disguise, someone may begin to, well, suspect something. I thought as much. Let's see if Ligia managed to wrangle somebody into attending this lecture of mine.
Why are you amusing yourself at my expense like this?
I'm sorry, I thought this was my house.
Yes, and I very much like it here.
And what have you found to be most to your liking here, miss?
I don't think I could pick just one thing. I think what fascinates me the most is that every mundane object can have a second, highly magical purpose concealed just beneath the surface.
That's true. I wanted to discuss it during the lecture.
I can hardly wait.
Have you been to other rooms as well, miss?
What do you mean?
Someone snooped around my bedroom. Are you up to something with a mysterious partner again?
Mr. Shulsky, I resent that. I didn't come into anyone's bedroom. Who do you think I am? I'll wait downstairs. I don't want anyone to misconstrue this situation as inappropriate.
Yes, sir.
And he walked across the entire town like that, with all that cocoa. And here he is.
I hear you were quite the mischievous youth.
I'm afraid the list of my offenses might be too long. Grażynka, should I be worried?
Why, of course not. No, we were just discussing childhood mischief and the cocoa incident.
Yes, I can't deny that one.
Do you have other interests than cocoa and thaumaturgy? Travel? Cards?
I'm sure Grażynka will tell you everything.
All your secrets are safe with me, young master.
In that case, I won't keep you any longer. See you in the lecture.
And now this place on top of everything. Someday it will be enough to stick one foot out the door to get locked up.
And we all know who will get us locked up.
Hello.
It's our professor for the day. Hello, sir.
Is that so?
Who was this vigorous discussion about then? About Polina Nikolaevna?
Indeed. It's probably our little Russian girl who's making all this trouble for us. I don't know why Dickstein doesn't see that.
To me, it's obvious that she's the snitch.
Do you have anything to support such accusations?
It's obvious, isn't it?
It's the Russian girl.
Why are you not suspicious of your friend who was arrested?
His father fought in the uprising. He wouldn't snitch.
Place of birth is hardly enough to determine whether someone is a traitor and a snitch. Wouldn't you agree?
And someone with your skills should already know everything. Wouldn't you agree?
All in good time. Have a nice lecture.
Break a leg.
Hello.
Mr. Szulski, one friendly face in a crowd. You are giving today's lecture, right?
You seem troubled, miss. Is everything all right?
Besides the finger-pointing and backbiting, you mean? Quite all right, yes. Quite.
You do realize that your ancestry doesn't make you popular with the students?
It's hard not to feel it. They don't exactly hide their dislike.
I think I can sympathize. I'm half Russian, but I'm also a thaumaturge.
How do you cope with it?
I try not to think about it, with varying degrees of success.
Can thaumaturges read minds?
Indeed.
Yes, well, I'm waiting.
Please excuse me, I'll take my leave. I hope you enjoy today's lecture, miss.
Увидимся.
Hello.
I'm happy to see you, Mr. Szulski. I'm sure the lecture will be a success.
Unmarried, perhaps. However, if I were you, I would make myself more presentable.
I would never expect to see such crowds in this house.
That's true. A nice change.
The students will not miss such an opportunity. It's not every day that one gets to listen to a thaumaturge.
Regarding the lecture...
Can we start?
I think we can begin.
I trust that you have planned everything well.
I'll take care of everything. Have a pleasant lecture.
Samuel, I assure you, you will not be disappointed.
I'm certain that this will be an exceptional meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I know many of you have been anxiously awaiting has finally arrived. Owing to the courtesy of both hosts of today's meeting, we have a unique opportunity to touch the knowledge from the borderline between science and magic. Viktor Szulski, if you would.
I would like to tell you more about the purpose of the items I have prepared for today.
I think we all know what a comb is used for.
I think we should start with what you think thaumaturgy is. Here, we have 3 apparently ordinary items. However, there's more to each of them than you might think. This mask was made more than 1,000 years ago. My father brought it from Africa in '89. However, you can see that the deity it depicts has many similarities to the Slavic salutor, Veles.
Are you saying that people can see salutors?
Supposedly, people who are very sensitive, spiritual, or well inebriated can experience the presence of a salutor, as long as one is around.
Well, the lecture's over. Let's go to the London bar and summon some demons.
Where do salutors come from?
No one knows. This particular question remains unanswered.
How convenient.
We know that these beings have always been with us, just like the people who were granted the power. We coexist, but we do not know what rules govern this coexistence. Let us move on to the other items. On my father's comb, apart from the dandruff,
Disgusting.
there's also a memory, which I can easily read. This particular one concerns father's frustration caused by his developing baldness.
And do we have any influence on what exactly will remain on the item?
Let us not get ahead of the facts. I will cover it more extensively in a moment.
In that case, do you also talk to the dead?
No, no one can talk to the dead. If they claim otherwise, they're after your money. Contact with the salutors is enough for me. Let us move on.
I would like to remind you that time is... Can we see a practical demonstration?
This book was written in 1666. It was published solely to provoke a fear of thaumaturges. In the Middle Ages, people like me were burned at the stake and condemned for heresy.
Judging from the new Governor General, history is about to repeat itself.
The things that Scowan is saying, they're becoming scary.
I don't think anyone could go that far in the 20th century. People learn from history.
Sure.
Can't you use the power to make someone change their mind? Their way of thinking?
That's enough theory. Let's move on to the practical part now. Can you help me with a small experiment, miss?
With pleasure.
You too, miss. I'd like to ask both of you ladies for a coin. A kopieka will do, and I promise to give it back. Excellent. A thaumaturge can gain profound knowledge of a person from any object that belonged to them, however mundane it might be. Let's see. By touch alone, I am now able to uncover the secrets that Miss Bolina is hiding from all of us.
This is starting to get interesting.
Let's see. The truth can be surprising.
Well, enlighten us already.
Let us focus on you then, Miss Cecilia.
Please go ahead.
The small metal disc revealed to me that you find the experiment very exciting. Or perhaps it's the nerves?
Oh.
Calm down. There was nothing to be afraid of. It's prudent that I ask if you consent to me sharing your secrets.
I don't have anything to hide.
Miss, your thoughts are clearly focused on a single ambitious goal. It has to do with money.
Of course it has.
You need funds, and seeing as you have no one else to provide them for you, you resort to a risky way of raising them. By playing cards in Warsaw gambling dens. You dream about going to the Sorbonne, where you intend to pursue a career as a scientist.
That's right.
One more thing. You promised to explain something to us during the practical section. That section is now, right?
What I've just presented to you is the thaumaturge's skill of perception, which means reading that which is hidden. However, in order for perception to be useful, something must first be inscribed in an item.
Right. And if someone doesn't have the power, but focuses on the message, will they be able to inscribe what they want?
Well, it doesn't hurt to keep trying, right?
Fascinating.
Thank you for this truly enlightening lesson. At the same time, it pains me to say that it's time to end it.
Do you have to end it now?
I have to be mindful of safety, not only of the students, but also of our hosts. Return safely and forget that you were here. Can I have a word with you, Mr. Shulsky? Please indulge me. Thank you, and congratulations on an amazing lecture. And about our issue?
Mr. President, but above all, Mr. Shulsky, what a wonderful experience. I will never forget it.
I'm glad.
I can't wait for our next meeting. Goodbye.
Come back safe, Jesław. Getting back to my question.
It's not her. I'm sure of it.
That's good. It's a great relief. And you got it from the Kopiejka. What kind of magic is this?
After all, I can't reveal all my secrets in the first lecture. Although the joy is spoiled by one fact that I must share with you.
Should I be nervous?
I'm afraid so. Someone in the merry gathering of students has bad intentions. To put it bluntly, someone here wants to betray you.
So it's true then. Do you know who this is?
Not yet, unfortunately. So I advise you to be very careful.
Thank you. I will not endanger you any longer. Until our next meeting, I hope.
Certainly. Have a good night, Samuel. Be careful.
Have a good night, Samuel.
Be serious.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome. I'm not used to getting such a welcome from others. Usually, they go charging straight into my head.
That's not very polite in my view. One ought to introduce oneself first. Emir Bernakovich, Fulge. Are you alone?
I've taken care of them.
Good. Thank you for the onion.
Thank you for the fork.
It's impossible to ignore an invitation magically inscribed on an onion. How can I help you?
What is a Fauge?
That's what we Tatars call thaumaturges. I'm a healer, a fortune teller, and a doctor. Is something ailing you?
I'm looking for the Black Grimoire. After my father died, it went missing.
What do you need another spell book for?
I want the knowledge he might have written in it.
You're inexhaustible, like him.
Get to the point.
As you wish. Enough beating around the bush. In this place, we can talk openly and take all the time we need. But mind that lying may cost you dearly. Who told you I have the Black Grimoire?
I overheard something on a walk by the river.
Don't veil yourself.
The Grimoire. My patience is running short. Suffolk is dead. You're the only one left. Give the Grimoire back. This is the last time I'm asking.
Stanisław used to tell me you were really sick and nearly lost your mind. How did you manage to get through all that?
I didn't ask for diagnosis.
This Fulge of yours, how did he help you?
With a good word and a prayer.
I thought you weren't a believer. Do you trust him?
It isn't easy to earn my trust.
And your Fulge is a thaumaturge too?
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Do you know any other thaumaturges from Warsaw?
Can we ever truly say we know another person?
That's enough. I don't have the Black Grimoire, and I've never had it. You've got talent, and you know how to use it.
You've basically learned nothing from me.
Your resistance has given me as much knowledge as the truth would have. That comes with experience. I want to rebuild the coterie, with your participation.
Why do you want to resurrect it?
I'll tell you why you want this. Because there are ways of strengthening the potential of one thaumaturge using the potential of many. You'll soon learn. I trust that now you're intrigued.
It sounds tempting. I'll think it over.
That's enough for me for the time being. But take my advice. When you leave here, go to the one who healed you. I sense he has many secrets.
We all do, don't we?
Yes, but his secrets might be dangerous, and might thwart your plans. Be careful.
The person who drew you to my attention was Ivan Konieczki.
As I thought. The chief had been circling Stanisław for a long time and was interested in his associates. In us.
The Grimoire. My patience is running short. Suffolk is dead. You're the only one left. Give the Grimoire back. This is the last time I'm asking.
Stanisław used to tell me you were really sick and nearly lost your mind. How did you manage to get through all that?
Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin cured me.
How?
As far as I can tell, he used hypnosis on me, and he still peeks into my head from time to time.
Do you trust him?
He hasn't betrayed my trust so far.
Is Rasputin a thaumaturge?
I don't think so. I'd have noticed that.
Do you know any other thaumaturges from Warsaw?
Yes, I know 2 more.
That's enough. I don't have the Black Grimoire, and I've never had it. You've got enormous potential, but you're not yet reaching it.
Is speaking the truth not in such demand anymore?
I'm not looking for an honest thaumaturge, just a powerful one. Well, look at that. I might have underestimated you. Before we part, permit me to make a certain proposal. I want to rebuild the coterie, with your participation.
Why should I care about this?
Because there are ways of strengthening the potential of one thaumaturge using the potential of many. You'll soon learn. I trust that now you're intrigued.
I'm afraid that now I've got other plans.
I'm tempted to ask about it, but we've been sitting here too long anyway. But take my advice. When you leave here, go to the one who healed you. I sense he has many secrets.
We all do, don't we?
Yes, but his secrets might be dangerous, and might thwart your plans. Be careful.